First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
Billy, this is Andrew on the line right now. Andrew Derminio.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day to be lasted.
It is, did you say it's a beautiful day to be laughed at? I like that.
Lassoed, but yeah.
Oh, lassoed or laughed at.
Isn't it?
Okay, lassoed. Yeah. It's called the Bola Rap. Sheriff Mayshall is in studio with us right now. Let's talk about this. I think there's a lot of talk about trying to find a way to avoid those situations where there's a suspect, there's a tense situation, and you can eliminate the tense situation without someone dying. I think that's the intent here. Am I correct?
It is. This is not replacing anything that we currently use or have on our belts,
and probably not applicable.
And it is not applicable in all situations. This is when you're dealing with an individual who is not armed with a deadly weapon of any kind. Because again, this won't stop anything. Yeah. This won't protect you. But basically, if someone is, I guess the most common use, if someone's in like a mental health crisis, or maybe having some reaction to a drug or something, where they're not running from you, they're stationary. There can be a little bit of movement, but they're basically stationary, and you have some room around you. You need like 4 feet on each side of the person and about 3 feet behind, because basically this is a very safe way to temporarily restrain someone. It's basically an 8-foot cord of Kevlar rope. Can't be broke. Can only be cut, so it cannot be broken. Yeah. No, there's no one that's going to break this rope. It has 2 basically fish hooks on the ends, similar looking to fish hooks, a different design, but they look like a treble fish hook. Yeah. They come out at a high power. It's a very loud device when it goes off because it's actually similar to a 380 round of ammunition that's actually going off. The flashbang goes off. This rope discharges at a very high rate of speed. And before the person realizes that this 8-foot rope is either wrapped around, it has a laser, so either pointed at their waist or their ankles, and it will wrap them at a very high speed. The hooks will embed into their clothing, and the more they struggle to get out, the deeper these hooks will embed. So you really don't want to shoot this, or I should say, really don't want to deploy this on someone who's shirtless or naked. But it still could be used if it was a very unique situation because of the fact the hooks. They're not big hooks, but if you don't have clothing, that's why we made sure Andrew put a little heavier pair of pants on. Because I know he doesn't like pain, and certainly we don't want to hurt him in any way whatsoever. So again, it's a very unique tool. It's that we're the first agency in this part of the state to try them. We purchased 6 of them, and we're going to be deploying them both in the correctional facility and out on patrol. Okay, and we see it expanding here in the very near future.
Okay, Andrew. Good morning.
Good morning.
So you're out in the back lot. We are videotaping this, so it'll be posted later today. I cannot get it on TV, although if we were doing this in about a month, I probably would be able to. But for right now, we're not able to pull that off. So we'll post it later on our website so you can see it actually being used. So how are we going to work this? What are you going to do?
So if anybody wants, who's watching the television right now or listening to their radio, they can go to their Facebook page. You go to the WIBX Facebook page and watch this live. We are doing it Facebook Live. You can see the thruway in the background. And Sergeant Zima is standing about 10 to 15 feet away from me. I'm a little nervous. I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous. I have a big, large crowd here waiting for me. I think they all think I'm getting tased, but
right.
But
well,
unfortunately
that's
for them.
That's the part that we didn't tell you about. We're starting with the taser. All right, as long as you're okay with that.
So, I mean, I've been given eye protection and hearing protection.
Okay.
And several other people have hearing protection because, as the sheriff said, it does emit a loud sound. So I think that what I'll do is maybe put my other ear-proof protection over, and we'll see how this goes.
All right. Now, so you're about how many feet away would you say right now?
About 10 feet.
About 10 feet away. All right, Sheriff. So this would be a perfect situation to deploy this.
Yeah, absolutely. Wide open. Okay. He's not running from you, and there's about 10 feet in between.
And I'm watching it here on Facebook Live. Beautiful day out there today. Looks like we have a gorgeous one on the way. All right. We're ready to go, Andrew. So whatever you need to do, let's make it happen here.
All right. So Sergeant Zima is, I guess, locking and loading, so to speak, the device. I'm going to put my hearing protection on and use the phone as a microphone now. I will say I am nervous, but here we go.
Don't be nervous.
All right.
You're going to be fine. Just glad it's not me. Okay? saying you're going to hear a loud sound.
Okay.
All right. I think we're getting
I'm ready. Here we go. He's ready. He's going to say bola, bola, bola.
Bola. Bola wrap.
Oh, my God. There's a laser. Oh!
So it just went off.
Oh, shoot. I'm down.
So is that around your legs, Andrew?
Oh, then they're going to arrest me.
Andrew, try to describe what you're doing for me if you can.
All right, so I'm gonna hand this over to Sergeant Zima. He can describe what just happened.
So that just
really close. So basically, I deployed a bola wrap to Andrew's legs. Andrew, can you move your legs?
No.
Okay, so if you were to try and run away, you'd probably fall, right? So that's a decent deployment. It's right around your knees. Other than a loud bang, do you feel any pain or anything?
No. And like the sergeant said, you can see almost the little fish hooks here where, because I'm wearing sweatpants, or if I was to wear jeans, it would, never get to the skin. But it happened so fast. I can't believe how tightly it wrapped around and how easily it kind of just stuck into place there.
Yeah, that is really unbelievable. How it's able to get around. How it was able to. I'm going to get to the sheriff now, Andrew. How that was able to wrap around his legs, and it just seems like it's just above the knee. So as Sergeant Jason Zima said, that's a perfect deployment.
That's perfect deployment because, again, he can't run from them. And when he does try to run, he more than likely will trip.
Fall over.
His hands are free where the officers can safely take him into custody. Now, if it's a situation where, in this case, if he had his hands at his side, he would actually, because he was holding his phone, he couldn't use the waistline deployment. But if he had his hands somewhere near the side, it would do the same thing at the waist, but it would actually attach your, it would secure your arms to the sides of your legs. So it would basically.
Now, could you deploy this more than once?
You could have two officers. If you had two officers both equipped with.
One with the legs, one maybe with
the arms. One with the waist. You could do that certainly at the same time. And again, but with one officer on the scene, with one bola wrap, you have to make your decision, waistline or ankle line.
And these, how many do you have, by the way?
We purchased 6 of these as a start. But
again, about close to $1,000 each.
They're about $1,000 each. They're about $900, and then you have to buy extra cartridges for them. And we do require training, and every officer goes through a day-long training. Certainly you learn all about the device, how it works, and you also have to get wrapped like Andrew did as part to become certified. And my goal, like I said, to see how this goes, and hopefully it fits into our budget, but I'd like to see these being carried by everybody. I mean, it's a pretty cool. It's a pretty cool device.
Jeff had a chance to see it firsthand out there. He's coming up to the microphone right now. And what'd you see there, Jeff?
It's going to sound weird for me to say this, but this reminds me of the original Batman series.
I was just going to bring
Absolutely.
it up.
I'm a huge Batman fan.
Right?
And that was a hook. That was almost like an anchor hook type thing that they would go out and
he's got the hooks with him, Andrew, so you could see up close. What that is. But just try to pull that rope, Bill, and see if you can break that. There's no breaking that. So did Jason come back in, or
he should be.
Oh yeah.
I just want to give him kudos because.
Unfortunately, he was able to.
This is strong enough where you can actually tie it to a catalytic converter and rip out the converter.
Unfortunately, he was able to deploy the device without hurting Andrew. We had all hoped for otherwise.
We were pretty cool.
It was awesome, and it was stunning how quick it happened. Amanda, who's in sales, had said it was crazy. I looked, I heard the pop, and I didn't even see the rope come out.
Neither did I. That's why I said it was like the Batman series. It was almost like, excuse me, and then you're right. The crew comes in and they tie up the villain, and then you flash back over, and it's like it happened all at once. I can't believe how quick it happened.
And what I'll do is I'll show it in real time, and I'll try to slow it down.
It's pretty cool because you can actually see if you can slow it down, you'll see the rope, but. Like I said, I just want to give kudos to Sergeant Jason Zima. Sergeant Zima is our co-director of the Mohawk Valley Police Academy. Himself and Sergeant Laurie from UPD, they run the police academy here at Mohawk Valley Community College.
Sergeant, tell us what this is for you. What are your thoughts on the device?
I was skeptical at first.
I'm
still working on training with it. We're still working on policies and procedures to when we're going to be able to use it, when we can deploy it. I think it's got its place. I think it's a decent tool, and I think it'll work.
And we're in such a crazy world right now to be able to come up with something that is humane, but also at the same time, you've got to worry about the protection of everyone, including the police officers. That's extremely important.
Absolutely. And you look at, and again, this falls right into many police agencies across the country are putting this as part of their change, I guess you could say, or reform. So again, just moving along with the times.
Right. Okay.
How did you learn about this technology?
Actually, twice a year, the sheriffs of New York State get together. We do a summer meeting and a winter meeting. And about 7 or 8 months ago, we brought in a outside company. They do demos on all new kinds of products, different products with us. And this was one that was brought to the state sheriffs. And they look at it. Their attorneys look at it before we endorse any product. Yeah. They do some trial runs with it. And they said, you know what, guys, this is something you probably ought to look into. And it's kind of neat because we're leading the way into technology with new policing techniques.
And can you, for instance, say he and I were in like a scuffle outside, could you deploy it on him and then turn and put it on me too, or do you have to reload it? How does that work?
You need another officer for that, right?
So, yeah, I would definitely get a different officer with that, along with myself. But as for the tether that comes out, it's only 7.5 feet. I need about 3 feet on either side of each of you to actually have it deploy correctly. And I also have to be at least 10 feet back. So if you guys are fighting together and you're in close proximity, it probably wouldn't be too practical to try and wrap you both up one at a time. We'd have to go to a different force option.
Okay. All right. But for the right situation, and you can think, especially when it comes to mental health, this could be the one thing that really helps. And I have to say, we've been very lucky here, and I think it's proactive training by both of you and others throughout the region. We don't see the same type of thing that things that we're seeing around the country, thankfully.
Exactly. No, we're blessed here, and I think, again, it goes back to the great relationship that, our people and using Utica, because we do so much with Utica PD, we have a great relationship with the community, and being open and honest with them and bringing things like this out certainly helps us.
I have 2 weeks from tonight, we're having a live auction, and we're raising money for the Sheriff's Foundation, which is an organization that works to have a positive relationship with the community.
Yeah, the United County Sheriff's Law Enforcement Foundation, our goal is to bridge, and we use that term all the time, bridge the community with the law enforcement folks. And we're really excited about our upcoming auction. We got some awesome prizes, and we're items to auction, and we're really excited that you're on board, and really, really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I've been practicing my hit about it, 35, hold. Yeah, that's my auctioneer, the best I can do.
One of the items on there is a quarter of a cow from my farm. So
I heard that.
Fill your freezer up with some really good stuff.
Some famous beef, actually.
Exactly.
So, all right, Sheriff, thank you so much,
you
Sergeant.
so much.
We appreciate it. This will be up on our website a little later on this morning. Check it out.